There was no sound. You are right. Absolutely. We are back, though. It is the last half an hour, 40 minutes of the transfer deadline day. We are sat here waiting with bated breath. Will Leeds United secure Harry Wilson? Will my microphone decide to work? Or will absolutely nothing happen? There is a mystery striker being linked with Leeds United as well. We have just minutes to get this kind of thing done. If we don't, then we are officially cooked, as you said there, Mr. Yozo Brawl Stars. Oh my days. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, even if we were to get Harry Wilson, I would not be impressed with that move at all. I mean, that is really just scratching around for something at this point. It's not inspiring in the slightest for me, Harry Wilson. I really, really wanted to get Guehi personally, and it's feeling like things are not going well. What are you guys feeling right now? What's your early litmus feelings for this transfer window as a whole? What a BS free kick that was from Dominic Schloboschlei. Beautiful free kick is what it was, mate. A beautiful, B-E-A, beautiful free kick is exactly what it was, mate. We are cooked. 2 players, hopefully, mate. I don't know about 2 players, brother. I do not know about 2 players, bro. We will be lucky to get 1 player. Obviously, if we get their deals done quickly enough, then we do still have until 7 p.m. or until 8 p.m., sorry, to get the deals finalized once the deadline has finished at 7 o'clock. Is Mainu going to Leeds United? No, he is not. No, he is not. Leeds United, I don't think we have any chance of getting Kobe Mainu. The only player that we're really, really looking at are Callum Wilson and pretty much Guehi, which is a very, very, very outside shot of Leeds United securing that move. Now, what is the latest update on Harry Wilson? Let's just go through a little bit of the... And the sound is back. Why is my sound not working? Oh my days. You can't write this stuff. You cannot write it. My mic is broken. I need to copy that across. Alright, there we go. Now there should be sound. Sorry about that. I'm very, very sorry about the no sound. So the latest update, as I said, Harry Wilson was meant to be on his way over to Leeds United. So we thought. Then it was very quickly rejected. And then all of a sudden they're saying, okay, if we haggle around for a permanent deal. Now, what is the latest with the situation? Fulham have now signed a new player to replace Harry Wilson. So Harry Wilson is reportedly back on the table for Leeds United as the Jet is set to come over to Leeds. Now, Leeds United still in negotiations for Harry Wilson. Loan offer turned down by Fulham, but London club open to a permanent deal. 442 understands. Details are being thrashed out before the 7 p.m. deadline. Leeds United are still trying to get that permanent deal, but how much money do we actually have to offer for Harry Wilson? Now, the money situation for me is a very, very confusing one. Very confusing one. Because why don't we have enough money to spend permanently on these guys is because we were reported earlier on in the summer to have £150 million to spend. So we all got excited thinking we're going to get quite a few decent attackers. £150 million is quite a lot. We didn't really sell anyone. We made what? Pure profit of Sam Greenwood, just over £3.5 million. Didn't really make much more money than that anywhere else. And as a result of that, haven't really been able to go past the £101 million price, which actually is a more accurate number. Everyone that was being told that Leeds had £150 million to spend, it was actually wildly inaccurate, and Leeds only actually really had £101 million to spend. We've already spent about £99.2 million worth of that, which is why we've been haggling around for all of these late loan to buy obligation deals and nothing really going on. No sound when you go to the other screen. Yeah, I should have fixed it there. Any Heyman news, Toby? No Heyman news. The Heyman news is looking like he is off the table right now. PSV are still the favourites, but it is looking ever so likely that he will be staying at Sheffield United. We need a winger. Well, Harry Wilson is most likely the man we are going to be getting. Any striker news? LUFC Lucas. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there is any exciting striking news coming this way. Let me know you guys thinking. Give me a 1 to 10 on how you're feeling about the transfer window right here, right now. What is your overall thoughts, feelings, and everything in between? Wilson solves the set-piece problem very well. I don't think he does. I think Statch solves the set-piece problem for me. I think Statch is a set-piece messiah in there. Let's not get it twisted, bro. Statch is a set-piece gangster. Wilson might join because Ampadu, Rodent, and James. Oh, yeah, but that's not just it. What do you think of Okafor? I think Okafor is probably the most exciting signing we've made all summer, along with Anton Stach, which really is not exciting news when you look at the players that we've been linked with throughout this summer. We've been linked with so many great players, and we've just been absolutely pied off with every single one of them. So I want to know you guys are thinking 1 to 10 right now. If the transfer window slams shut now, it will be done. Mark Hemingway, 25 minutes to sign 2 players. Who would those 2 players be? Or who do you think those 2 players are going to be? As I said, for me, Harry Wilson is the man that Leeds United are very much scouting. Let's see. I'm refreshing my feeds every 2 seconds to see if there are any key updates within Harry Wilson's thingy. Wacko, apparently as of 1 minute ago, lads, Wacko are saying, which, you can't really take any validity from this at all, but maybe I'm just clutching at straws here. Harry Wilson is done, and Hamer is a last-second move. I don't know about last-second move. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not seeing any last-second moves from Leeds United right now at all for Gus Hamer. Come on, someone tell me something news here. Rather Wilson than Buendia. Better stats in less games and less injury prone. To be fair, I wasn't too keen on either of them. El Khanous I'd a slight bit more keen on. But Hamer's the man I wanted, man. Well, Hamer's the man I wanted. How do you get this transfer news, Will? All over the internet, mate. Various sources. Twitter, news articles, publications. As a Leeds fan, we need some more. We've been dreadful from the start of the season. We do need some more. Hang on a second. What the This is definitely... I got completely duped by that. I actually thought Gus Hamer was coming in for a second there. I saw this video. This picture absolutely sent me, mate. I saw that for a second, and I actually thought Gus Hamer was coming to Leeds United. Absolutely royally mugged off. Hamer is at Ellen Road. Picture taken by Michael Pallet. Shut up, mate. You had me going for a second. That's the same one from 4 hours ago. How have I been done by that twice in one day? I thought that was actually Gus Hamer at Ellen Road there. Aye, mate. Aye. Absolutely scammed, brother. Absolutely scammed. Yeah, I think Hamer's staying at Sheffield United, I have to say. Not seeing any movement. Embarrassing window. We need a striker. 4 points from them games is excellent. 4 points from those games is excellent, but our attacking quality is not excellent. We have about as much creativity as a blank page of A4 paper in the final third. That is factual. That is not up for debate. We need forwards, and we need them soon. But unfortunately, it is not going to happen, is it, for Leeds United? It is really not going to happen anytime soon. Unless if we are very, very, very quick and very, very lucky. But unfortunately, there's just no updates, man. There's just no major updates. We're just waiting on Wilson Watch. And that's pretty much all there is to say at this current second in time. Josh, you go through, it's just people mugging us off left, right, and centre, mate. 6 out of 10, you'd say the window is? 6 out of 10? I'd say 4 out of 10, man. I'd say 4 out of 10. I'm going to be honest with you. There has not been any exciting signings. I thought our squad didn't need that much work to get it to a top Premier League level. When you look at the fact that our defence has 3 of the 4 players that were starting week in, week out in the Championship. And we signed a left-back who's barely better than the left-back we already had in Goodmanson compared to Firpo. Our defence is here or there the same. We were playing Tanaka and Gruev together in the midfield the other day. So we brought one more signing in, which was Stach against Arsenal. And then our front line against Arsenal were the same 3 players we had in the Championship. So when you look at it from that perspective, where's that £100 million gone? You know what I mean? Where's that £100 million gone? Why do we still not have any top creative midfielders or creative players in general? Werder Bremen, Victor Boniface. Yo, Leeds for life. What's cooking? That wasn't Hamer at Thorpe Arch. It was a dark cloud blocking the sun. I wasn't even Thorpe Arch. That was Ellen Road, bro. How you doing, Andy, mate? How are you feeling about this? I heard you said in my comment section earlier that it was a flipping pretty shit transfer window in your opinion. How are you feeling right now after today's absolute fraudulence? You wake up and it's deadline day, so of course you're excited. Of course you're sat there thinking, who are we going to get? Anything can happen. It is deadline day. I did not expect to wake up and be sat here at 6:30 p.m. waiting to see if Harry Wilson is boarding a private jet. I think that is the last thing any of us expected to be doing on transfer deadline day. 4 out of 10, I agree, mate. 4 out of 10, 100%, mate. 4 out of 10. Couldn't put it any better myself, man. 4 out of 10 right now. Boniface. What about Boniface? What about Boniface? Oh, man. Man, this is so cooked. This is so cooked. This is actually cooked. Yeah, what's this guy waffling about with Boniface, by the way? What's this guy doing? Joe Blackburn did a 6-hour shift on transfer day. Did he really? Fair play to the guy, man. Fair play to Mr. Joe Blackburn. Got a lot of love for Mr. Joe B. Got a lot of love for Mr. Joe B. Bro, stop spamming about Boniface. That's what I'm saying, mate. Boniface to Werder Bremen. JT, did you... No, I didn't actually watch the Bob Morton as train guy. I've been too busy trying to see transfer news going on, mate. But unfortunately, there's no damn transfer news. Well, nothing exciting in the transfer department anyway. I woke up this morning and there was a few exciting stories and they just all absolutely disappeared in the woodwork. All absolutely disappeared. By the way, I think that whole Buendia thing was a load of nonsense. I don't think we actually put a bid in for Buendia. I think that was a bit of smoke and mirrors there. I don't know who actually came up with that story. Harvey Elliott, of course, secured his move over earlier today. If only Leeds United could get a thingy. Here we go, Wilson. No, here we go just yet. We're sat here waiting. Oliver! Toby! the football zone. Welcome to the family of the most forward-thinking pioneers to ever grace a beautiful game, a.k.a. the Bloodline. Welcome in, my brother. Good to have you here. Nice to have you, nice, my boy. Nice to have you, nice. Nice to have you, nice. Oh, mate. 49ers statement. What's this? Oh, my days. Leeds United are absolutely moonwalking into the end of this transfer window, by the way. Absolutely moonwalking backwards, away from getting any kind of deals. Let's have a little look at some of the other ones. Bossman JT, are we getting relegated? Big chance if we can't even bring fucking Harry Wilson in, mate. If you can't even get Harry Wilson to sign for your club on deadline day, you know you're in dire straits. That's all I'm going to say, mate. So what's the news then? Because I'm getting so pissed off. Unfortunately, mate, there is no news. There is no news. We're waiting to see if Harry Wilson's private jet is going to fly in within the coming minutes. That is what we're waiting for here. That is what we're waiting for. I mean, let's just whet our appetite by looking at some other clubs who actually know how to get deals done this window. Farke said the 49ers, you can't be sacked after this shocking window. Really, really amateur from Parag. Yeah, signs contracts in his sleep. Yeah, but Parag, I don't know what he's playing at. I don't know what we've played at in this transfer window. We have been so slow and so cumbersome. So many times we could have spent the extra £5 million or got the deal done earlier, shown a bit of ascendancy and made something happen. We could have done it with El Khanous. We could have done it with Igor Pajau. We could have done it with a lot of players. But we wait and we wait and we wait until everything just goes down. Florentino Luis, breaking as of right now, a player Leeds United were actually scouting this summer. Keyword were. Is now a Burnley player. Burnley have just signed Luis on a season-long loan. Asensio joins Fenerbahce. Paris Saint-Germain's Marco Asensio has joined Fenerbahce. Elliott signing. The Sancho announcement at Villa Park is set to happen. Even Hull are getting deals done. Manchester City are on the verge of completing a move for Donnarumma and selling Edison to Fenerbahce. So right now, I think there's a certain goalkeeper, Mr. Trafford, who is sat there scratching his head very, very imminently. We haven't Sunderland signed 3 today. They found some loose change behind the sofa. Yeah, the only thing Leeds found behind the sofa is fucking dust, mate. Having a fever dream. I mean, it's just embarrassing. The way Sunderland have absolutely mugged us off this transfer window is just ridiculous. James, have you heard of East Leeds Airport? I have not heard of East Leeds Airport. I've heard of Leeds Bradford Airport. That's pretty much the only Leeds airport I know about. Don't go to bed just yet. No, do not go to bed just yet. We've got 14 minutes left before the transfer window slams shut. Are we going to get something done? That is the question. And if that's the question, what is the answer? What is the answer, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to have to wait and find out about that one. Højlund has joined Napoli on loan as of 9 minutes ago. Swansea confirmed the Ida signing. 30 minutes until the end of the transfer window. Leeds United currently sat on their fingers right now. Fulham see off competition for Kevin Deal. They have signed Kevin, and this kind of a move, which is £34.6 million, by the way. If only Leeds could get a deal like that done. Leeds United are now very, very, very close to getting Harry Wilson as a result of this deal going through. Guehi deal hangs in the balance. Guehi to Liverpool seemed like a done deal, but it is not confirmed just yet. Jeez Louise, Bro Maguire's in West Ham. My dad met him now. He had a photo with him near the stadium. Really? That's quality, mate. Send over the photo. It's alright, lads. We'll be in the Championship next season. It's alright, we'll be in the Championship next season. Get too hasty with ourselves, lad. Not just yet. Any Leeds news? Lol, I wish I could say there was, mate. I wish I could say there was. Is that Furpo bloke still about? I wish so. I wish he was. East Leeds Airport is other side of Tadcaster. It's near Church Fenton. Oh, nice. I don't know where that is, to be fair. I don't even know what Tadcaster is. Trudeau in it. Begging to go down, mate. We are gagging for relegation with this kind of manoeuvres in the transfer market. Let me tell you that for nothing, mate. We are absolutely gagging to get punished. Anthony has joined Betis. Good move for him. No signings, not good enough. We aren't staying up without goals. Nope, and we are not going to get any goals with Harry Wilson, even if we did sign him. That's not a flipping goal-getting maneuver. Here we go, by the way. That is the confirmation. Anthony joins Real Betis from Manchester United in a deal worth up to £22 million. Ajax beat Celtic to the signing of Kasper Dolberg. Another guy Leeds United could have gone in for. Top striker. It is understood to be worth around £10 million. And we just spent £10 million on James Justin. Now, hang on a second. Let me just talk about that for 1 second before we get into the rest of the transfer news of the next 10 minutes. If we didn't have any money to spend, right? If that was such an issue for Leeds United, say we'd already spent our up to £100 million and we were relying on sales and we knew we'd have to loan people as a result of that. And we knew we needed attackers. Farke said many times we needed attackers. That is our key area of manoeuvres that we need to sign. Why would we go and then spend £10 million on a backup defender? Let me just repeat that. Why would we go and spend £10 million on a backup fullback, leaving us with no money to spend on any attackers? Why would we do that? I hate this football timeline. Last night my MLS team won, but not after blocking like 20 shots on goal. Now this from Leeds. Maybe we pull a last minute transfer. Well, it seems like we are going to get that last minute transfer. I'll talk about that in just a second. Looking forward to no VAR 26-27. Shut up. We can't get relegated. Surely not. Heyman not coming either. No. Get Wilson in already, lol. DJ NRG. Thank you for the heart meme, my man. Appreciate ya. I just did a poo. Thank you, Clippy. Ironically, so did Parag. And we've actually had scouts outside putting it down as Leeds United's most exciting action of the day. Harry Wilson coming. 3 massive breweries in Tadcaster. Sam and John Smith. Oh, nice. Harry Wilson ain't good enough, lad. I agree. Everyone would agree. I agree. And the fact is, we don't have any other option. We need a backup right winger. We can't play Brendan Harrison at right wing. We need Harry Wilson. Not a great option at all, in the slightest. Nowhere near El Khanous. Not even anywhere near Solomon. And with the Palace to Solomon thing, we might as well have got that done. But we absolutely messed that one up royally. And I just don't understand this club's manoeuvres right now, man. Can we not just get the deal done? It will help at least. Yeah, exactly. Well, we've got minutes to do it. What site are you viewing the transfer news on? The one I was just on. The one I was just on is Sky Sports. Fuck ING anyway. Any news today? Been battling negativity in the chats for weeks. This feels like a kick in the teeth. Look at everyone other club has signed. Mate, I mean, just look at this. I will say, though, in terms of the move, there is one little bit of exciting thing. Sky Sports, as of 1 minute ago, have posted this. The long list of transfers. Just give you a flavour of how busy the next hour or so could be. Here's what deals are expecting to be announced. Take a deep breath. Jackson to Bayern. Lamans. And at the bottom here, Wilson to Leeds United. No Gus Hamer to Leeds, but Wilson to Leeds. I mean, this is the least enthusing signing we could have got done. Isak deal is effectively done. Guehi is going to be a tight one. Isak deal, it is effectively done. I've been assured of no hitches in this deal. No need for a deal sheet on this one. Even if they get a deal sheet in, I'm Oh, with the Guehi one, if they get the deal sheet in, they think it's a tight one. But Isak is effectively a Liverpool player. Wow, wow, wow. He's actually finally got his move. He has finally got his move. Will Leeds United finally get a move? No, we won't. Are Leeds done? Not yet. We're still trying to get Harry Wilson. And we are waiting for some kind of update. I presume we're going to bring in that deal sheet that gives you an extra hour to get deals done. But we would have needed to make some progress before putting that deal sheet on the table. We've literally got a matter of minutes. How? We haven't signed any damn attackers aside from Okafor. Okay, we signed DCL and Nemecha. But since DCL and Okafor, which was a while ago anyway, we haven't signed any attackers. We've had weeks to do it. And we have left it so late that we're looking at the last 6 minutes of the transfer window to get Harry Wilson over the line. That is how late we left it. Why not get this deal done 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days? Why not get someone in? Why are we waiting until now to get someone we didn't even want in? The next transfer window... Well, mate, we won't have a next transfer window in the Prem without attackers. Solomon to Palace is near. DCL, Okafor are just Bamford injury prone. Mate, they are injury prone, exactly. Relegation, come on. And I'm a Leeds fan, Ginge. Ay, ay, ay. Has Leeds signed anyone yet? Better chance of signing a fucking date with Margot Robbie. Let me tell you that for nothing, mate. Better chance of Parag signing that date with Margot Robbie. Let me tell you that for nothing. Flipping heck. We'll be relegated by the time the next window comes around. If Leeds go south, Parag and Farke are gone by Christmas. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Ben Jacobs, give me something. No, Ben Jacobs, give me nothing. Give me something. No, there's nothing good to talk about. Absolutely nothing. Hang on, this is the last hope. We've literally got 3 minutes. Well, 3 and a bit minutes, 4 minutes to get Wilson signed on a deal sheet. Aye, aye, aye. I mean, to be fair, look, if you want... The way people are complaining about Leeds, right? Let me show you exactly why everyone's complaints about Leeds United are valid. Sunderland lose Guehi. £21.6 million the next day. Go on. Take it. Give me a new forward. Leeds. We'd be waiting 10 years to bring a new forward in. Sunderland get deals done like that. Leeds United sit there piss-farting around for 10 years before we actually get any deals done, mate. Farke are out. Definitely in for now. Doesn't make any sense to sack him yet, especially when the transfer window's shut. I mean, just going to have to hope he can work magic with dog shit right now. Leeds fans are losing their heads and being stupid. We're going to be fine. How are we going to be fine? We don't have any attackers, mate. We don't have any attackers. Hamer's just been spotted at Ellen Road. No, he hasn't. That pick is absolute bogus. Let me tell you that for nothing, mate. I've seen that pick. It's been reposted all day. It is not happening. It is not Gus Hamer. Yeah, there's an extra 2 hours for Leeds United to get the deal done after deadline day. Extra 2 hours to get it done. So we'll probably be sat here until 9 o'clock waiting for him to get it done. JT with one striker up top. It doesn't make sense chasing another striker. Yeah, we just shouldn't have chased the two that we chased. We should have gone in big for a proper top striker. And we should have gone in big for a proper top winger and a proper top creative midfielder. You know what else doesn't make sense? Trying to get your creativity going in the forward areas out of Tanaka and Anton Stach, who are deeper lying midfield players. They're not creative attacking midfielders, but yet you're relying on them for every single bit of creativity in the final third. Big problem. Doesn't make any sense to me. He's tried to change formation, and that formation is leaving us with even less creativity than we had before. And we don't have a single player that can actually create anyway, because we've left it too late and we haven't signed the correct players. We'll just have to say a few more players. True, but other teams are playing ass at the moment. It's game over. We ain't scored a goal. 49ers weren't kidding when they say they work in silence. Yeah, you can say that again, mate. You can say that again. We are into the last minute of transfer deadline day. I need a tequila and it's not even 11 a.m. I feel you, mate. Why is there an extra 2 hours? If you submit a deal sheet for someone you're about to sign and you haven't finalized every little nook and cranny in the details, you get an extra 2 hours to finish off your all your signings, the contracts, the agent fees, the sponsorships, whatever it may be, yada, 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 to get it done. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. And Leeds United, can we get... Here we go. Swansea sign either. Bournemouth sign Favre on the cusp of the end. And it's closed. Wow. That's it. Managers and recruitment teams around the country can rejoice. It's over. Not Leeds. Leeds ain't rejoicing shit. Oh, my days. I can't believe it. Wow. Crystal Palace confirmed Canvot signing. Everyone's getting deals done, mate. Everyone's getting big deals done. Yeah, this is the deal sheet. So the deal sheet allows a club to confirm a deal has been reached, giving them additional time to submit the remaining documentation so a player can be registered. That is what the deal sheet is. That is what it means. But Leeds United, as things stand, I don't think we've even submitted Wilson in time for the deal sheet. We are cooked. How are you guys feeling right now? Window is slammed shut. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Give me some thoughts and feelings, mate. Has Guehi gone? Has Guehi gone? Guehi is apparently a very tough deal to get done. And they are currently trying to go through the deal sheet route, but still think it's unlikely that it's going to get done. That was the latest update on Mark Guehi to Liverpool. That was the latest update. There was a report as of 9 minutes ago from a Sheffield Star reporter, Danny Hall, that said, hearing some chatter from LUFC end of late, a late move for Gustavo Hamer. Not sure whether it materialised into an official bid. You'd like to think shutters will be well and truly down at this 11th hour stage, though. Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. Absolutely off the table, mate. Absolutely off the table. Leeds are making me a Karen. Have we signed anyone yet? We're still waiting for the deal sheet situation with Harry Wilson. We haven't officially signed Harry Wilson as of yet. We're still waiting to go through the deal sheet route. The Leeds United deal for Harry Wilson is now in real difficulty. Currently, it looks like he's staying at Fulham, bar a drastic change. That was as of 5 minutes ago being reported, that one. That was 5 minutes ago. Jackson Blackburn, LUFC. You think we get anyone? We are just waiting through to see if we can get Harry Wilson on the deal sheet. There is no one else that Leeds United are likely to be getting. There is no one else Leeds United are likely to be getting. This has been an absolute disaster of a transfer window here. An absolute disaster. No Solomon, no Solomon. Wilson, come to us. We will not treat you like a volleyball lost at sea. OMD guy, I don't know what to say. What is there to say? Heartbroken. Devastated. There are some positives to take out of it. What's Rich name? Christopher Kavanagh. Ranulph with the 6 roses. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you. W's in the chat for my man, Ranulph. Love to you, my brother. Love to you, my bro. Goodmanson, Bijol, Statch, Okafor, and DCL are all improvements that are going to start. Bijol doesn't really start. Statch is a good improvement. Okafor isn't an improvement, I don't think. I don't think Okafor is an improvement. Over Ramazani. I'd have rather played Ramazani, personally. I think Ramazani is the fucking real deal. I'd have rather played him. He could even play on either wing. He got an assist from right wing coming on in Spain. He could play back up to Dan James. Why? In fact, the fact he could play, like, why would you get rid of Ramazani to bring in Harry Wilson? Doesn't make sense. In fact, our attacking areas are arguably worse than they were in the Championship last year, even if you bring Harry Wilson in. Because we no longer have a number 10 in the side, or anywhere in the club for that matter. We have lost Solomon and Ramazani. Our entire left side we have lost, and brought in one player, which is Okafor. So we've currently lost 2 top wingers, and brought in Okafor and Jack Harrison. I would rather have Ramazani and Solomon than I would Okafor and Jack Harrison. I'll put it that way. I think Ramazani is better than Okafor. And I think Manos Solomon is better than Jack Harrison. And that's my opinion. I think our wide areas have actually regressed massively this summer. Even though I think Okafor is actually a really good signing, personally. Okafor was still injured. He was only on the bench to showcase all the 10 new recruits. Harrison is better than Ramazani. Jumping on a bandwagon to hate someone is wild. But I haven't jumped on any bandwagon, mate. I've been saying since last season. I said last season, at the beginning of last season, before we were even in the Premier League, and you can ask anyone, I said that Ramazani, in my opinion, is the greatest player that we have at the club. That's my opinion. I think in terms of development, potential, what he can turn into, I do think Ramazani was literally, in my opinion, the best player at the club. So there's no bandwagoning around here. I have been beating the drum that Leeds United should be playing Ramazani week in, week out for over a year now. So there's no nothing like that. Harrison played ace at left wing back as well. He's like the new Alioski. Ramazani is probably the best winger we had last season. Farke just had his agenda. I agree. What are your thoughts on Perry? Still too early to say. We could recall him if he doesn't get the minutes. No, we can't, Neil. We tried to write that into the contract where if he didn't play at least half of their games in the first half of the season, we could recall him in January. But they said, no, we're not putting that in the contract. And Leeds United, once again, negotiation masters, clearly. All right, fine. Fuck it. Just take him. We have no depth. We have about as much depth as a kid's paddling pool in that right wing. Damn. I've tried to be optimistic all transfer window. I didn't think the transfer window was going to end like this. I really didn't think it was going to end like this. Ginge! Welcome to the family of the most 14 pioneers to have graced a beautiful game. A.K.A. the Bloodline. Good to have you in here, my brother. Good to have you in here. Opinions on us trying to get Wilson. I mean, we need it. We need it. But I'm not enthused about our attacking players at all. Like, even if we do play well in the offensive regions, there's just nothing that excites me about that. It's just the same players we saw last year. You're taking two of the better ones out of there. Okafor, okay, that's a new player. It's exciting to see how can he play in there. DCL when he plays, okay, that's a new player. That's exciting to see that. But it's not. It's when you get promoted to the Premier League, you think, top draw players we're going to see playing here. Not the same players you've been seeing for the past couple of years. You know? You want some big, someone to get you excited about, you know? Someone that gets you excited to put them on the back of your shirt. Like, what signings that we've made this year are you really sat there like, yeah, let me get this guy on the back of my shirt. Or I need to go and buy a Leeds shirt to get this guy on the back of it. Let me tell you something. Harry Wilson is not going to be that guy. Kids paddling pool, another James Toonism. We need another Aronson. Keeping a lot of our players from last season is great. Don't want to disrupt it too much. Hey, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Any of our wingers can play right wing and all have done so. I agree we needed another right wing. We needed a number 10. We needed a central midfielder who can actually create. We don't have that. We don't have a central midfielder who can just occupy that space in and around the edge of the 18-yard box where we have so much of the ball and actually do something with it. That's just why Gus Hamer was a big loss. Big loss. Ranulf with the 7 roses, my man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, my brother. Chilwell signs for thingy. There are some new deals breaking though. Chilwell signs a deal at Strasbourg. Jackson has gone on loan to Bayern Munich with an obligation to buy worth £70 million. £70 million for Nicholas Jackson. That is fucking ridiculous. A deal sheet has been submitted for Johan Visser's transfer to Newcastle. Crystal Palace confirmed Canvot. A Kanji set for Inter Milan move. Edouard leaves for Lens. Favre's loan deal to Verona hanging in the balance. And what's this? Parag McGarth scratches his arse. That's a really good update there. A really good update there. Manor Solomon to Crystal Palace and Kolo Muani to Tottenham. Deal sheets have been lodged. Why didn't we just go back in for Solomon? If our transfer window is going to be this shit in the attacking areas, we should have just gone back in for Solomon. Because we would have had just as good of a chance as Palace in getting him on loan. So we lost Heima, El Khanous, Saberti. Who are our targets now? Wilson. Harry Wilson. Who also... I mean, really? Harry Wilson? After that horrendous experience we had against Harry Wilson, where he wound up pretty much every single Leeds fan on the planet just with his face alone when he was at Derby. Joe Bugner. Oh, may he rest in peace. Sorry to hear that. $12 goals in a Farmers League with a goal of 6. Someone like Dovbik, we need goals in the squad. He would bring it in. Who? Harry Wilson. Leeds have reportedly agreed terms with Helder Costa. Yeah. 100%, mate. Held a gun to his head, maybe. No Costa. Just held a gun to his head. Ay. Come on, give me some big update. I'm just waiting to see the deal sheet situation with Harry Wilson that's going on here. I'm waiting to see it. By the way, Illan Meslier in Leeds United news could still be leaving. He has 4 hours to secure a move after the transfer window shuts, because it shuts in different leagues at different times. In La Liga, it shuts at 11 p.m. and Valencia is still looking at Illan Meslier. But at this point, it doesn't even make any sense to sell him. Because you know what I would say if I was Leeds? Valencia, or whoever wants to buy him, you had your opportunity. We could have done with that £5 million. We might have actually been able to buy a forward player if we'd have sold Meslier a few days earlier. We might have been able to actually go in and buy a decent level attacker. But because we never sold him, because we recouped no money, we've instead been messing around and are stuck in a very, very bad situation. Amas joined Sheffield Wednesday on loan. Mark Guehi deal sheet has been submitted. Aye. Mate, we're going to need some big signings in January. He's got Harry Windass on a free. Has Brendan gone to League 2 yet? No. Still going to be starting for us, mate. Well, not starting, but definitely playing on a bench. JT, enough of the hindsight. That's all we can do, mate. All we can do is talk about hindsight, isn't it? That's all we can do. Yeah, let's keep him. Why not? Why not, CB? Why not? Why not? You never know. Perry might get injured. In which point, you know, you can't have Carl Darlow for a whole season. Keep Meslier around. Let him fight his way back. He might even be better than Lucas Perry, you know? I rate Meslier. I rate Meslier very highly. So I wouldn't mind us keeping him around. I'd be very happy for Leeds to keep Illan Meslier around, personally. Could use him even as a cup keeper. Not that we're in the Carabao Cup anymore. If you want to watch a hilariously insane game and have access to MLS content in the LAFC versus San Diego game was nuts. I just need to see some good football. Anyone have suggestions for a good replay match? Leeds versus Sheffield Wednesday. Leeds are in for Rafinha. Oh, wait, that was 4 years ago. Is the window closed? Yes, it is. Yes, it is closed. Yes, it is. Oh! Dele Alli has terminated his contract with Como, according to Sky Italia. Could Leeds sign him as a free agent? Could Leeds United go in and get the free agent signing of Dele Alli right here, right now? Get it done, Parag. Get it done, Parag. Come on. Get it done. Yeah, he's doing his medical at the moment. All the clubs must have looked at the Prem teams and thought we don't need much players to survive in the Prem. Yeah, clearly not, mate. Is Harry Wilson still on? As things stand, we're waiting for the deal sheet. We are waiting to get this deal wrapped up and this transfer window wrapped up in what has been such a disappointing, in my opinion. Listen, mate, I ain't hating on no one. If you have a different opinion to me, fair enough. I'm happy to hear it. Maybe you can open my eyes to a new way of thinking, or we can just have a respectful disagreement. Either way, I think we're screwed. Bro, I told you the deal sheet was submitted I'm saying I'm waiting for the deal sheet to be done. I'm waiting for everything to be signed, sealed, delivered. The deal sheet can be sent in, but the deal sheet is not complete until it is complete. Bamford is a free agent. What striker could we have gone for, or should we have kept? I would have kept Bamford for another year instead of DCL. Depends how much money they had, man. This whole 102 million to 150 million thing is very, very confusing, because if we only had the money that we spent now to spend, hence why we're trying to loan everyone out, what would we have done if we'd have spent over 30 million pounds on Igor Pajau? Does that just mean we wouldn't have gone for James Justin? And if we only had this money, why would we spend that money on James Justin? So it depends how much money we would have had. Maniz always seemed like an outside shot, but one that would have very excited me. Obviously, wage-wise, maybe if you didn't get Nemetra and you didn't get DCL, because we're going to have to pretty much pay for Bamford's wages anyway, I would have just kept Bamford, Perot, sent Joseph off, and gone all guns blazing podcast for Mitrovic. Okay? Mitrovic doesn't happen. Go all in for Dovbyk. Yes, JT. Hope you're well. What do you rate this transfer window, fella? Unfortunately, Daryl, I don't like to be negative at all. I like to be optimistic. We're back in the Premier League. I like to be happy about that. 4 out of 10 for me. 4 out of 10 for me. What about you guys? For me, it's a 4 out of 10. What about you, Daryl? Apparently, we've been given till 9 p.m. Yeah, we have been given till 9 p.m. Tobias. That's how the deal sheet works. So once you submit the deal sheet for a player, if you have things kind of in place before 7 p.m., they give you... It used to be after 11 p.m., you would have 1 hour until midnight. But because the transfer window shuts earlier at 7 now, they give you 2 hours until 9. 3 out of 10 for you. Yeah, I can't blame it. Danny Boy, I think transfer window is 6 out of 10. DB, what about you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got Okafor and Justin after Pajal fell through. So I'm saying, if we only had this amount of money to spend, would we have just not got James Justin? Is that what would have happened? And even so, even after getting Okafor, we were still toying around with the idea of spending £30 million on El Khanous. Until Palace came in, and then the price for him went way up. So, the way Leeds have acted, and the only thing I can think is that Leeds were expecting to sell a bunch of players that we didn't end up selling. They were expecting to sell Meslier earlier. They were expecting to offload Bamford a lot earlier. They were expecting to get some sort of fee for Ramazani. They were expecting to get more of a fee for Schmidt. That's all I can think as to why Leeds were even toying with these other ideas of signing players if we didn't have the money to do it. Before DCL, I would have said 4 out of 10 with DCL. I'd take that 4 away. Yeah, what do you think, though, DB? What would you rate it? 9 p.m. Is that like 30 minutes, right? No, it's 1 hour and 30 minutes. 5 out of 10 for you. We done any business? Waiting for the deal sheet on Wilson. This is absolutely tragic, mate. Could still get Bamford earlies on a free. Oh, Jack, nice to see you. Nice, mate. Nice to see you. Nice. This has been an absolute embarrassment of a window from Leeds. I thought Newcastle had the most embarrassing window. Nope, it is by far Leeds. Newcastle have actually done good business over the past day. We have been cooked. Aye. There is still slight murmurings, I have to say. Guys. I've been just reading up a couple of things here. Don't get me wrong. Most likely nothing. But there are slight murmurings that Gustavo Hamer might have had a very, 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 very late offer from Leeds. And we'll see by 9 o'clock if it gets done. But 98% of me is believing that is absolute waffle, and we would have heard something if that was the case. The other 2% is just hoping for anything right now. The other 2% is completely blinded by optimism and just despair and wanting to get someone in. Very naive. Someone needs a massive bollocking. What a mess. All that hard work last season undone with this incompetence. Pitiful, really. Farke logic. Taller player equals able to reach the top of the prem with extra height. Why does it always seem like we suck at transfers? The rumour is No. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that, Joshua. I'm not talking about that. That is absolute bogus. That came out earlier today. I'm talking about a report from a guy from the Sheffield Star literally minutes before the window closed saying Leeds have come in with a last-ditch bid for Hamer. But as I said, most likely absolute hogwash, for want of a better word. Any news on Solomon? Deal sheet has been submitted for Solomon over to Crystal Palace. Deal is not done yet, but the deal sheet has been submitted. Deal sheet for Harvey Elliott has been submitted. Come on, someone just give some sort of update here. Someone give some sort of big update. I have to say, man, the board have absolutely hung Farke out to dry this summer. They have absolutely hung him out to dry. I will rephrase the question I was just toyed with, which is, have the board let Farke down? In your guys' opinion, have the board let Farke down? I think they have royally let him down. Royally. Absolutely left him hung, dried, and quartered. Oh, my days. All Leeds United have done today is post Gruev's fucking heat map. I can't believe this, man. Joe Depp just got in. I'm guessing today was slick then nada. Yep. Cruz Melor. Welcome to the family of those 14 pioneers to have a great, beautiful game, a.k.a. The Bloodline. They don't want to pump any more money into him. A few more losses and he's gone, I believe. Yeah, but then you would want players for your next manager to take over, wouldn't you? Why have they... What have they fucking done? This has been an embarrassment of a transfer window. An absolute embarrassment. An absolute embarrassment of a transfer window. Aye. As I said, mate, Daniel Farke has been absolutely hung, dried, and quartered, mate. Absolutely cooked. Mark Guehi medical completed. And the thing is, what I don't get is that whole thing from Marath earlier on in the fucking thing, talking about Farke not being given a proper crack and not being funded. Once again, Farke has not been given a proper crack. Have Leeds signed anyone today? No. No, we have not. No, we have not signed anyone today. Leeds have not signed anyone. We're just waiting to see if there's any sort of deal sheet going on. But most likely, there isn't. Especially when you look at this tweet right here, right now. Hang on a second. And my keyboard has decided to turn off. That's brilliant. That is fantastic. Well, my keyboard, 1 second. Okay. So this is the latest, as of 1 minute ago, from Baron Cross, who is a respected journalist. No word, as of yet, from Leeds on any deal sheets for incoming business. Woo! Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant stuff. No news of any deal sheets coming in. Fantastic. So, I don't even think we're going to get Wilson at this rate. This is really, really bad now. Not even a loan deal? Nope. Have Leeds signed anyone today? Nope. Latona, LDS, good to have you in here. Longstaff, Statch, Okafor, Bijol, DCL. When is the next window? He's had £100 million. That has not been invested greatly. I can't lie to you. That is not £100 million well spent. We should have just bought less players of higher quality. We've bought too many players of lower quality and have not invested any attacking areas. Farke has said multiple times, bring me in some attackers. And the club have not brought him in any attackers. What's the guy meant to do? He literally said, please, we need attacking reinforcements. Did they bring any in? No. Big fat zero. We've improved in the championship, winning a 100-point team from last season. No, we have not improved. Barely. Not in the forward areas, we haven't. I wouldn't say we've improved in the forward areas in the slightest, CB. I wouldn't say we've improved in the forward areas in the slightest. And that 100-point championship team was because the championship was such a poor quality that stepping up to the Premier League, that team will get annihilated. Can't improve 11 players in one single window, mate. We've done good business early doors. The only players we've improved is our midfield. Our central midfield in bringing Statch in. That's the only improvement. Really? That's pretty much it. Because Longstaff, yeah, okay, he's an improvement, but it means sacrificing our creativity to play three uncreative midfielders in there when we don't have a winger who can create. Or a striker who's really going to create much either. So we've changed the formation, got rid of even more creativity out of the side. If we were sticking to the same formation as before, we improved on Statch. Our wide areas haven't improved. Neither of them have improved. Our striking area has slightly improved with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And we signed a left back and a goalkeeper. It's closed now, isn't it? Yeah, it's closed. It's closed. Yeah, in defenders we didn't use. We needed attackers, man. We need attackers. You can call me what you want, man. You can call me pessimistic. I don't even care because I've been very optimistic this entire transfer window. But it has been an absolutely Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Ay, ay, ay. Don't worry, lads. Don't worry, lads. It's all good. It is all good, boys. Because Leeds United have announced Darko Jabi's permanent move to Hull City. Oh, yeah. That is right. We've made a deal happen on deadline day. Fantastic. Can we just please have a moment of applause for Leeds United? Can we have a moment of applause? Please, everybody. Stand on your feet and give them a clap. Wow. Fantastic. Really good business from Leeds. Fantastic stuff. There are sales. Really good stuff. Really, really exciting stuff. Not for me, they won't. They'll get clapped for me. We got rid of a player, but we didn't get anyone. Yeah, fantastic business, mate. Fantastic business. On a side that is about as creative as a blank page of A4 paper. That is fantastic business. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. I mean, you just have to take your hat off to Parag and the whole of the 49ers staff for just a phenomenal deadline day. I mean, the way they managed this transfer window to steal defeat out of the jaws of victory. I mean, it's just really something to behold. Really something to behold. What a job they've done. What a job they've done at raising everyone's expectations with promises and exciting statements and real backing of their manager vocally and their staff. Really selling a project, a new stadium, great new acquisitions. Farke hasn't been backed in the past. We're going to back him. Let me show you how to back him. Let me show you how to build your European project dream that you all wanted. And let's go ahead and sign absolutely nobody. I mean, just really, this transfer window from Leeds United, it needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. No, we haven't, Matt Kerr. Would you have done differently, Dog Water? I would have forgot splashing the cash all over the gaff on these random-ass players. Well, not random-ass players, but players in multiple different positions. I'd have said, first of all, prioritize what we need. We need a striker. We need number 10. We need another holding midfielder to go next to Tanaka. We need a centre-back and a goalkeeper. First 5 signings I'd have made. Wouldn't have touched anyone else. Okay, fair enough. We got rid of Firpo, so change that centre-back for a left-back. Because we're playing Stroik and Roden anyway, and they look more than comfortable back there. First thing I'd have done, top striker, get him in the door. Next thing I'd have done, top number 10, get him in the door. El Khanous, whoever it may be, Gustavo Khamer. Spend your money in the key areas. Don't spend your money all over the gaff, just spend it in the key areas. Top central defensive midfielder, I bring Anton Stach in. Longstaff, great signing, because he's changed formation, but otherwise I'd have just had Tanaka and Stach in the holding 2 midfield role, and then left Ampadu and Gruev as backups. Personally, I would have done that. And then maybe after, if you had extra cash to burn, then you go for someone like Longstaff or something like that. Then I would have gone and bought a goalkeeper. And then then you can haggle around late and see what kind of cheeky deals you can get done to supplement some of the other positions. According to our business done, that must mean Premier League standards are falling this season. I don't think Guehi is good enough. No deal sheet in. No deal sheet in. No. Is Wilson on or off Ricky D? Well, I thought he was on. I thought there's no way we can fuck this one up as well. But there is. And according to Baron Cross, as of a few minutes ago, there is no deal sheet that has been submitted by Leeds United. Reports are suggesting no, there is no deal sheet for Harry Wilson as of yet. We obviously still have just over an hour to do it, but I don't think anything's getting done. Personally, I don't think anything's getting done. The press need to speak to Farke. I'd love to hear what he has to say. Fulham have also made loads of signings today. We play them next. You should follow in Nottingham Forest's footsteps and sign everyone we're linked with. Been better than what we've done. Because when they did that, when they first came up, guess what? They stayed up when Leeds got relegated. And then they went and built the next season, or the season after, sorry, into becoming a Europa League club, even though they should be in the Conference League. Free agents, who's available? Dele Alli, backward going signing, £35 million, quality signing. We put a deal sheet in for Wilson, just came up on Sky. Let's see, the report as of a few minutes ago is that there was no deal sheet. So let's see, has it just come up on Sky right now? Not seeing any deal sheet for him. Latest is a deal sheet for Donnarumma. Brownhill talks breakdown with Wolves. Wolves will not be progressing for Josh Brownhill. Where are you seeing this deal sheet? Where are you seeing this deal sheet? Wilson on the list. Oh, that old list. Wait. Let me go back to that old list, actually. Let me go back to that. That... Are you talking about this list? I'm pretty sure you're talking about this list, right? Am I correct in believing you're talking about this list? If so... The key word is, here's what deals we're expecting to be announced. Expecting. And this was 55 minutes ago. There is Wilson. One of them was Brownhill to Wolves. One of them was Brownhill to Wolves. And that is off. So, this list doesn't really mean everything. Oh, hang on. New update. New update. What are you going to tell me? Yeah. Osarula off. Yeah. Arsenal confirmed Vieira's Hamburg move. Yeah. Leeds could have done with something. Why could Leeds not even go for Fabio Vieira? You know what I mean? Guehi's move to Liverpool is off. Wow. W-O-W. Guehi's move to Liverpool is off. Mark Guehi's move to Liverpool from Crystal Palace is off, despite a deal sheet being submitted in time for the Eagles skipper. Wow. Wow. That is absolutely interessante, mate. Interessante. They submitted the deal sheet and it's off instantaneously. And they need a centre-back cover for Virgil van Dijk. Big time. Guehi could have been a good one for them, to be fair. Could have been a decent move for them. He would have probably got a Premier League title under his belt as well. Brownhill wasn't on that list? What do you mean Brownhill wasn't on that list? I just went over his name. Here. Brownhill to Wolves. He is on that list. See? Same list Wilson to Leeds is on. And they later report... Where is it? Where is it? It was literally right here. They've added so much other stuff that I've actually missed it. Oh, here we go. Brownhill talks breakdown with Wolves. Wolves will not be progressing with talks for Josh Brownhill. It was on there. We should move fast for Brownhill. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. So let's explain how the deal sheet works. Just in case any of you guys are confused and don't know how the deal sheet works, here is a breakdown for it. Clubs who need extra time to complete a transfer can apply to the Premier League to do so. The rules say clubs can only apply for a deal sheet in the immediate 2 hours leading up to the window closing. So between 5 and 7. The application must indicate the club is committed to completing the transfer. It must contain signatures of all interested parties to prove there is a will to do on the deal. Will on all sides to do the deal. If the conditions are met, the clubs will be granted a further 2 hours to complete the deal fully and get all the paperwork over to the Premier League. Now, the fact that we haven't heard anything concrete... It is very, very... The fact we ain't heard anything concrete about this, or any kind of update or information on it, is what leads me to believe something's going on here. That's what leads me to believe something's going on. Someone could give me some sort of update on what the flipping heck is going on with this club. I'd appreciate it. What the heck does that even say? What does that even say? I thought I was getting alerted about some sort of Leeds United transfer update. I look at my phone, and it is just pure waffle. Sorry? Sky just said that this Guehi deal... Sky just talking about that, the Guehi deal being off. What's going on? The deal off for... Why did I make this so slow? Why is this coming into the screen so slow? Deal off for Wilson. That's all, folks. Tragic. Deal off for Wilson. What do you mean deal off for Wilson? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Let's have one last little bit of hope here. Let's have one little bit of hope here. Wilson to Leeds has been announced on Sky Sports Deadline. Yeah, we have put ourselves right into most people's favourites to get relegated with our transfer window. Especially the end to it. Aye, aye, aye. Harry Wilson update. Harry Wilson update. No words for deal sheets. No deal sheets as of yet. And Leeds United are getting cooked. After late bid, Leeds United can still sign Harry Wilson despite it being closed. Yada, yada, yada. Not seeing any deal sheet. Yeah, this is... There's no talk of any deal sheet. I'm not seeing a deal sheet. No one seems to know what the heck is going on here. No one can give a clear answer. Everyone seems to be as clueless as each other about what's actually going on right now. Yep, confirmed. Arsenal just announcing Capier also can still make deals with Scottish clubs up until 11 p.m. Not as anything worth getting from there, lol. Somebody said Hamer having medical. Yeah, well, they are absolutely waffling, mate. Whoever said that has more waffle than IHOP coming out of their mouth. What's the best Twitter account to keep up with Leeds transfer updates? There is none, mate. There is no good Twitter account to keep up with updates. You know, you just look at the official sources. Or probably Graham Smith from the YEP or Baron Cross seem to be on it with Leeds this summer. Ben Jacobs is always a good one as well. Don't understand the extra $5 million to the deal from the start. We'll get it over the line. It says on Sky, Wilson waiting. It says on Sky, Wilson waiting, bro. I'm watching it now. Last resort, we'll be looking at our contract players out at the deadline. It's all right, bro. Deals to be announced. Wilson to Leeds. Wilson still on the list on Sky TV. Check Graham Smith, JT. Check Graham Smith. We'll check Graham Smith. Well, there you go. Yeah, it says waiting to be announced. Well, that would be completely dispelled. It says he's still on the deal sheet on Sky, but we have breaking news as of 1 minute ago. At 7:54 p.m. by Graham Smith of the Yorkshire Evening Post. Leeds United deal for Harry Wilson didn't get done. Fulham change of heart at the last minute, scuppered a deal sheet chance. That's that for the window. Wilson is not on a waiting list. He is not on a deal sheet. He is nowhere. There you go. And just if you were wondering who Graham Smith is, chief football writer at the Yorkshire Evening Post, covering Leeds United. Ex-Derbyshire Times, Sheffield Star, and Workshop Guardian. Yorkshire Evening Post. What does it say? That's that for the window. Yeah, great. Let's look at this fucking heat map again. Aye, aye, aye. There we go. There we go, lads. Wow, rate this window 3 out of 10. Not even 4 anymore. Because we just let Ramazani go to bring no one in. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Whoever came up with that, thank you very much. Whoever did that, thank you ever so much. Whoever's brilliant, ingenious idea it was. And you know what? I can blame the board and not Farke for the end of this transfer window. And I could say Farke hasn't been backed. He hasn't been trusted. He hasn't been given the players he needs. He decided not to play Ramazani. He decided to force him out on loan. He's got to be culpable as well. If we can't create anything, he's got to be culpable for that decision. Yep. I'm a free agent, but very injury prone. I might have a chance. He gets lots wrong. Yeah, listen, mate. It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed, but given the fact that this is now being reported by 2 journalists, This has been, well, first of all, Miguel Delaney at 6:45. This is why you can say it's rubbish. You can say he gets things wrong. But, I mean, let me find the other one I had as well. Okay, here we go. So, first of all, okay, let me just get this all in chronological order for you. All right. This is why, yes, you might be able to get things wrong, but why it is most definitely off. At 6:45, before the window shut, the Leeds Zone reported an article by journalist Miguel Delaney. Right here, Miguel Delaney. The Leeds United deal for Harry Wilson is now in real difficulty. Bang! 40 minutes later, Barron Cross. No word as of yet from Leeds on deal sheets, etc. for incoming business. Bang! Graham Smith. 24 minutes after that. Leeds United deal for Harry Wilson didn't get done. Fulham change of heart at last minute, scuppered deal sheet chance. That's that for the window. So the fact this is 3 reporters all reporting on it, I think it is done. JT, you've only scored 1 goal from a penalty in open play. How many think we could score in the next four weeks are going down? Jaden Anthony, who we let go 2 years ago, has scored more Premier League goals this year than the entirety of the Leeds United team. Let that sink in for a second. When you want to talk about our team and our signings, Jaden Anthony, who was deemed not good enough for Leeds United, has currently scored more Premier League goals this season than our entire team put together. Just let that sink in. Let that reality sink in real quick. 0 open play goals out of 3 games. You've let it sink in, now what? Now, you let some whiskey sink in down your esophagus. If you're of a legal age, of course. To clear the pain from that statement I just made. That's what you do. That's the next step. Or whatever it may be. Maybe a refreshing glass of water or orange juice. Whatever may clear the pain. You let something else sink in. And hopefully it's not your own hand into your own head. Out of anger like this. Or your own hand over your own forehead. Let your forehead sink into the grasp of your palm. Yeah. Yeah, it does tell you how bad. Well, listen, mate. As you said, maybe I'll be happier tomorrow. But right now, everything's fresh and everything is very painful thinking about Leeds United. Honestly, where do you think Leeds United will finish this season? I'll go with a 14th, if we're lucky. 14th for the money, if we're lucky. But anyway, guys, that seems like that is the transfer window done for Leeds United. It's been an absolute pleasure watching with all of you guys, talking about news and stories that we didn't get done. But it's still been a pleasure nonetheless, as it always is. For now, though, I think I will see you very soon. We'll go record some more stuff. And I will catch you updated if any more transfers do happen. But most likely, that is it for the transfer window. But thank you guys so much for popping along on deadline day. We had hope of a signing, and we got none. But for now, though, I will see you very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters. Au revoir, geezers. Ay, ay, ay. Absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. Raw 19th because men up top get injured. How shit manager is the problem? Letting Ramazani go, as you said about Jaden Anthony, never played him. We've only scored 1 goal from a penalty, not open play. How many do you think we'll score in the next 4 weeks? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Richard. And LUFC. And Milky. And Michael. And Paul. And Mark. And Joe. And all the boys. It's a disaster of a transfer window. Thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have shown on the channel over this transfer window. It's been an amazing summer. South Stand signings. Don't worry, we ain't going nowhere. You know, we're still here. In it to win it. Feeling the rhythm, feeling the rhyme, getting on up like it's bobsleigh time. We're still going to be there all summer. All season, sorry. Live on the channel. Recording on the channel. All sorts of content coming on the channel. But thank you guys so much for all of your continued support over the transfer window. It's been such a pleasure communicating with you guys every single week, making videos with you guys. You guys are amazing, man. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Stephen, absolute legend of the game once again. But for now, though, I will see you guys very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.